Visit Target Sports USA for all your ammo needs. As always, free shipping on bulk ammunition purchases. Hard to find ammo and big savings on all ammo at Target Sports USA. Save big on 9mm Luger, 45 ACP, 380 ACP, 38 special bulk ammo, 5.56mm, 308 Winchester, 223 Remington, 7.62 x 39mm bulk. Free shipping included. Click the link below and visit Target Sports USA right now. Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Greene. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. So in the next few months, up to 80 million employer-sponsored healthcare plans will be canceled due to Obamacare. That's 80 million employer-sponsored healthcare plans out of a bucket that only includes about 157 million countrywide. That means that roughly over 50% of employer-sponsored healthcare plans will be canceled. Now, of course, this comes on the heels of the statements that Obama, our president, your president, has made in years past, basically dictating to the American people that nobody would have to give up their plan if they liked what they currently had. Now, millions and millions of people that own individual policies, people like me, have already had their plans canceled. And the cost of healthcare has since doubled. My personal plan is up over 200% of the original cost. We're seeing cost hikes and cost increases anywhere from 300 to 400% on some individual plans. And keep in mind, these are people supporting families. These are people with, 2 kids to feed every night when they come home. So this is a dramatic increase in cost. But outside of all of that, outside of the shenanigans of the overt lying to our faces in this dictatorial control over our health, something that is mine, something that is yours, that no leader, no Führer should be able to dictate to us. One of the reasons these health plans are going up so much in cost is it's making us take on insurance that we don't want. For example, I'm never going to have an abortion. I don't know if you've noticed, but I actually have a penis, which means I'm never going to give birth, which means I don't need abortion services, nor do I believe in abortion, nor do I need all these other services that they're jumbling in addition to the gross tyranny that makes up these plans. Just looking at things like costs and the millions of cancellations that are coming in the not too distant future to compound what has already happened with individual health plans now moving into employer-sponsored plans is the atrocity that is Obamacare itself. Now, a Time magazine contributor by the name of Mark Halperin actually went on camera yesterday, may have been earlier this morning, but it just broke today, the story's all over the news, went on camera and said that Obamacare actually has, this is a Time magazine contributor, again, this isn't me, this is a guy from Time, says that Obamacare actually has death panels. Mimicking death panels. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right. Death panels that mimic what we saw in Nazi Germany with Hitler's T4 euthanasia program. Obamacare has death panels, which means they're going to decide who lives or dies. You know, if you're mentally incapable, let's say you got Alzheimer's or something like that, and you're on the government teat and they're having to spend too much money keeping you alive, or maybe you've got some degenerative disability or muscular disability that's costing the state too much, they're going to euthanize you. They're going to decide whether or not you live or die. This is according to Mark Halperin of Time magazine. This isn't my opinion. This is what we saw in Nazi Germany with Hitler's T4 program, where he had a panel of experts that would literally give you a red ink plus if they were going to kill you, or a blue ink minus sign if you were to live. And they used to have propaganda on this too. They'd have propaganda in the streets in Nazi Germany at the time that would show a decrepit, maybe a mentally incapable person or old person, and they would say, hey, you're also paying for this. You're paying for this too. And it goes a step further. What's amazing about this interview, and I'm going to play a few clips from it, is this Mark Halperin, this guy from Time magazine, actually agrees with the death panel.
All right. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people said that you weren't going to be able to keep your health care, but also I think they focused on the death panels, which will be coming. Call them what you will. Rationing is part of it, and I
agree. It's huge. It's going to be a huge issue, and that's something else about which the president was not fully forthcoming and straightforward.
All right, so you believe that there will be rationing, aka death panels?
It's built into the plan. It's not like a guess or like a judgment. That's going to be part of how costs are controlled.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but I'll say something else about that issue, which is we do need to do some of that in this country because we can't afford to spend so much on end-of-life care. A very high percentage of our healthcare spending is for a very small number of people at the last stages of their life. I'm not saying the system shouldn't allow that, but there's too much cost there. Judgments have to be made. We have this society.
Made by who, Mark? Mark, made by who?
He actually says we need to do something about the rising costs, and he's actually promoting euthanasia. Again, Obama, your president, not only is he canceling your plans and raising costs astronomically, he's going to decide whether or not you live or die. He's instituting death panels. You know, people want to know, they want to try to understand, you know, how did gross atrocities occur throughout history? How did we not catch the red flags? How was a guy like Hitler able to rise to power and then as a result start World War II and kill, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of people? How did those gross atrocities, how did we miss that? We are actually living through and making the same mistakes right now. History is repeating itself. You know, not only do we see gross tyranny with the financial bailouts and the trillions of dollars spent to prop up the too big to fail banks, but now it's moving into our health. It's moving into our lives. It's moving into what keeps us alive. And now Obama, dictator and thief himself, is going to decide through his Obamacare death panels whether or not you live or die. If that isn't the most profound thing I've delivered to you on camera over the past 4 years, I don't know what is. Please get this video out everywhere. Please fight back against this regime. This is not a government. This is a regime. This is a fascist dictatorship. Maybe a little bit of a spin of what we had before in Nazi Germany, but bolder. But bolder, bigger, and badder than anything we've ever seen. You want to know why history repeats? Because people don't pick up on the warning signs. They don't read the actual multi-thousand page legislation atrocity that is Obamacare. They don't know. They're in the dark until they wake up one day and instead of getting a blue minus sign, they get a red inked plus sign. Lights out, America. I'm Christopher Greene, hard hitting it in your face. Please get this video out everywhere, make it viral, and click the link below to support our sponsor.